Good morning, everyone. I'm Bondar JR, also known as the Silver Wolf, also simply known most days as Ron. Sorry, my camera's off a little. We're here to stream some Eve Online today, so apologize for the slow start, though it's still before 9, so I think we're okay. I don't even have Eve started yet, but working on that now. So I was trying to figure out if we were going to do Eve or if we are going to do something else, but unfortunately at this time on Friday, there's not a whole lot of people who do Eve. So, StevesHaven's on. StevesHaven's on. So actually, yeah, I usually try not to compete with Steve. Try not to compete with Steve, but we're already on Eve, so let's do Eve. Yeah, I didn't see Steve on earlier. Steve usually starts at 8 o'clock. So he must have started a little late today. Yeah. Yeah. He obviously started a little late today. So there we go. So threw me off. But okay. So we'll do Eve. We're here. We're here. So that's why you guys showed up. Unless we want to take a vote and you guys want, we could do something else. There's all three of you in here. So I don't know how the vote would be, but almonxy, good to see you. Good to see you, Jerry Can. Good to see you, Pie. Good to see you. Appreciate you guys. As a minimum, I got to log in and get my daily bonuses. So let's go ahead and do that. So while we figure it out. If you guys rather see something else like Elite Dangerous or Project Zomboid, say so in the chat. I'm happy to accommodate. Happy to accommodate. The game Arc Raiders has gone on sale. It's a huge discount of $8 since everything I do is still in USD. I probably need to switch it over to Filipino because it seems they're a lot cheaper when it goes by Filipino stuff. But unfortunately, my PayPal is an American PayPal. So that one kind of, I may have to open up a second one so that I can do that. But yeah, so here is our Eve. Let me grab my daily. Claim. I'm still on track to get all of them. Still on track to get all of them. So yeah, so I haven't missed any, so that's good. I'm just working on my last two characters for the event, starting in scanning ships and ending in ice miners. There you go. Yeah, I was thinking about doing some scanning today as well. I think that'll work out a little better. I didn't have as much Lego. Good to see you, buddy. I didn't have as much competition in the scanning. So, how you feeling, Lego? How you feeling? I know you've been kind of burning the candle at both ends, so I apologize for that. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, this is my last stream of the week. I am planning on going over to the lot today. It rained all morning, and I mean poured. Hello Kitty Island Adventure is on sale too. Yeah, and I was really tempted about that one. Really tempted about the Hello Kitty Island Jerry Can, but I had to hold myself back. It's ironic. Like 90% of the games that I have on my wish list are on sale, but they're all on sale for like 10 to 20%, which does not entice me. I want a sale. So yeah. Not your fault, no need to apologize, but I'm doing okay. Well, I'm glad you're doing okay. And if there's anything you ever need, you let me know. Alright? Not sure how I could help, but if there's any way I can help, I am happy to do so. So alright, let's switch over here to Kragan. Collect his daily reward. Let me actually check and see if he's got any that are about to expire. 10 hours. Oh, he's about to lose some skill points in 10 hours. That is not Yeah, we don't want that. Can't have that. 13 days. 4 days. 5 days. Yeah, we'll save those. We'll be back in 5 days. I can't, yeah. Really bad if I lose those. So right now the systems are fairly quiet. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I figured they probably were, but TheDudeVince, TheDudeVince. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Let's see what our dailies look like. Mine scan. There you go. I was going to scan anyway, so I'm not going to shield boost. So let's go ahead and get that one out of the way. But I will scan, and I'm sure we'll jump. And what was the other one? Destroy 25. Yeah, I might get around to that. Probably not, but alright, let's find my scanning ship. I have a Perseverance ready to go on my main. Hopefully they will extend the event so I can utilize it. There you go. There you go. Let me get my scanning ship. Let me get my scanning ship. Man, I love my coffee. I mean, I'm sure everybody says that, but in this puto. So I did notice on the last stream there were a couple points where it really the video cut out and got really bad. So let me know if that happens today, because I don't know what's causing that. My bandwidth seems good. It fluctuates because of the whole Starlink thing. The way Starlink works is every minute and a half to 2 minutes, I think it's got to renegotiate with another satellite, and so that renegotiation sometimes causes problems. Well, for the most part, it seems to work pretty good. Let everybody in the in-game channel know that the stream is up. Upine is writing a nice route around the storm system. I've been going round and round. There you go. There you go. Yeah, like I said, in the past, it seemed to always work out pretty good. So let's see what we got. Oh my goodness. So yeah, there's actually quite a few sites here. So, or quite a few scans. Let's launch my probes. I got to remember how to probe. Got to remember how to probe. It has been a while since I've done any scanning, so bear with me. But in past years, I no life this event, but barely made 1 billion from it. Yeah, so I stopped. Yeah. Thanks for the watch stream, Vince. Appreciate it. Yeah, I didn't do it for many years. So, you know, as you guys know, this character is 22 years old, and I did not do it for many, many years. But my viewers actually are the ones that convinced me to give it a try. And I think last year was the first year I did it. And I didn't make a whole lot of money, but it was fun. I mean, we had a good time with it. I don't like one of the reasons I'm not a big MMO fan is I don't like all the competition. It brings out the worst in humanity by you know, sticking them against each other. But does kind of work out. When this event dropped Overseer's effect, it was great. You missed out. Yeah. Yeah, I had heard it was definitely better in the past. So that makes sense. Everything was always better in the past. Except for their update process. Good God, they used to butcher updates. But yeah. I like the competitiveness. Yeah, see, I'm not a big competitive fan. I mean, don't get me wrong. In some things, competitiveness is nice, but yeah, this one where you're really just kind of competing over sites, that's kind of frustrating. But I do understand it. You know, part of the process. All my live broadcasts are uploaded to YouTube. And if you want, you can even see the house build videos out there, which are kind of the more popular ones at the moment. This one's a level 4. And it's not an event site, so but we'll scan it down for the hell of it. Maybe we'll scan it down for the hell of it. It's just decided to be cantankerous. This is not my Astero, so it is not my best scan ship, but pretty sure I can get her. There it is. Look at that. That wasn't so bad. It is a White Storm data site. So it looks like until you scan it all the way down, it doesn't show you if it's one of the event sites or not. Interesting. But it is a level 4, so with that said, that would probably be a better one to make money off of, but also a better one to get killed in. Especially in this Helios. But yeah, appreciate you guys being here. Oop, I don't have the music on. Let's put the music on. We'll start us in the middle of a song. That's not proper. Let me know if you guys are hearing the music. Sorry. Bum, bum, bum. So my coffee cup, you know, my big ass coffee cup, Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl win a couple years ago. Excuse me. It's been wobbling, and I couldn't figure out why it's wobbling on my, on my bowling award coaster. And it turns out it's got a big old dent in the very bottom corner. Looks like somebody dropped it. Now, somebody, not me, obviously dropped it. I'm not sure who, but so I'll give you guys 3 guesses, and the first 2 don't count. And only 2 people who live in this house. So, but yes. And I actually brought it up yesterday as, hey, there's a big old dent in my cup. And she's like, there is? Which I was like, all right. So yeah, fight the battles you can win, right? So it still works. It's a metal cup, so yeah. But I'll never get that darn dent out of it. That's for damn sure. How could she? Right. Yeah. This is one I can't replace, so yeah, but it still works. If it gets to where it won't stand up anymore, then we got problems, but she just doesn't seem to have the same respect for my stuff as I have for hers. Like, I would never put quarters in her shoes because just to prove she's not wearing them. That would be rude. So, yeah. Put a Band-Aid on it. Yeah, I didn't think about that. What's up, drachenhort? Good to see you, buddy. How you feeling? How you feeling? That one's a level 4 too. My God, are all the data sites for the event level 4s? My God, didn't expect that. But then again, I don't expect much. That one's actually a little smaller. I think I've already scanned it some, but let's go ahead again. So put a band-aid on it. Yeah, I was thinking about that, Scimitar. I've seen that trick where you put 2 band-aids on the bottom of the cup and it kind of evens it out. But yeah, I haven't got that far yet, but yeah. But stiff neck, but other than that, all right, cool, Drachenhort. You were feeling no pain yesterday, so yeah. Abigail being a naughty dog, yeah, I don't think it was Abigail. Something about the no opposable thumbs, but yes. Abigail would have told me if she did it. She would have been proud of it, yeah. Guess what I did, Daddy? But yeah, Mom has never admitted she's wrong. Not once in the almost 19 years we've been married. So I've given up on trying to get that admission. So yeah. So like I said, fight the battles you can win. If there's an apology that's going to be had in this house, it is always from my side. And sometimes I apologize just because it's easier. But yes. And most of you that are married know what I'm talking about. So this isn't my first rodeo. And she's still the best thing that's ever happened to me, so I can't complain. Even with all the little idiosyncrasies. But there has been a development in our car search. So it turns out here in the Philippines, which is not something that happens in America. At least I don't think so. But there are authorized dealers here in the Philippines for dealerships. And then there are authorized franchises. And the dealers are the ones that actually sell more cars. The authorized dealers are the ones that sell more cars. The franchises are kind of the wicked stepchildren. And everyone we've been dealing with has been an authorized franchise. So one of the family members that actually has bought a car before suggested that we talk to one of the dealership, the authorized dealers instead. So my wife is contacting one of them today. But they're not as responsive as the authorized franchises, go figure. And so, yeah, we're trying to work that out. But if they have the car, we know what we want. We know what color we want. We know what price we want. All we're trying to do is get the best discount and the fact that they have it. And that's a 4 too. So, yeah, it looks like all the event sites are 4s. It sucks. I don't normally do 4s because 4s get me killed. But if that's all I got, oof, ain't much I can do. All right. Change this lonely life. Someone said all the scanning event sites are 4. I don't know. I don't scan, yeah, but that's what I heard. Okay, thanks, Lego. That's what it looks like, to be honest. I've scanned down 3 of them now, and they were all 4s. Which kind of sucks, because I'm afraid of 4s. But then again, I'm afraid of about everything that comes down to me losing ships. So, yeah, so what? No big deal there, right? All right, let's try this again. Yeah, they are 4s. Okay, nothing to be afraid of. Yeah. Well, with the 4s, I normally have to go in and target the biggest can, hit it, and get out before the defenses show up. And I enjoy the scanning, let's be honest, but I don't enjoy the eyes in the back of my head, you know, panicking. Because this Helios has no defenses really to speak of. So, I already lower that? I don't think so. So, yeah. Now, maybe the vent sites, they don't have that, or they give you a little more time. I don't know. I can usually be done in, you know, several minutes. But I think I used to put a 2-minute timer, and that's what I would do. And that gets aggressive. This one probably will scan down for me a lot. Defenses are only on covert though. Defenses are only on covert. I don't know what that means, Drachenhort. Yeah, because once the attack ships show up, this Helios event one's pretty easy. Okay, cool. Yeah, once the attack ships show up, this Helios crumbles like a wetsuit. So yeah, like a cheap suit, folds like a cheap suit. That's the joke. Sorry, helps if you do the joke correctly. But yes, so it is not one that I fight in. So yeah. And then I've actually gone and switched out ships and come back and got another ship to fight them. And by the time I come back, they're gone because they don't hang around. So, and the site's gone. So, I should probably do these sites rather than sit here and wait on them. But, especially now that I got my daily. But, you know, I'm kind of an idiot. So, good morning, nickcrush. Good to see ya. Name of the site, like Covert Garissa Laboratories, etc. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so these are all, yeah, level 4s. Ooh, where'd he go? There he is. I suppose we could try one. Problem is, if I have to replace my Helios, it's going to put me in a bad mood. Not that I can't, because I build the Helios, but it's just a time sink. It's kind of a pain. So, yeah. Don't wait on them. Others will be scanning. You'll lose them. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. That's kind of what I thought. Though, honestly, really doesn't seem like anybody else is here. So, almost like they're letting me have the whole system to myself. Which is kind of strange. So that doesn't happen. Alright, so let's go get this one. Let's try the first one. Alright. Warp to 0. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see if anybody's in there. So yeah, there's only 5 people in the system. So, and of course my stuff is. Oh, there's only one. That's weird. My chat windows are all screwed up again. I need the data one. Data. There we go. All right, let me see. I'm going to overshoot it. No, I didn't overshoot it. Cool. Let's go ahead. See if we can scan this guy down. There's a wrench. We'll take that. Another wrench, we'll take that. Come on. Come on. Of course it's in the corner. Of course it's in the corner. Alright, so there's that. Alright, now let's orbit this guy.
Rewards? Claim you must, or no credit you will receive.
Don't forget to claim the rewards. Yeah, I just did. I got to be. Oh, not close. I had the micro warp drive on. Why am I not close? Alright, there we go. Nothing there. Flew out there for nothing. Alright, no worries. Alright, so let's get the next one. That's that one. Or maybe that is the next one. Yeah, that's the next one. Alright, cool. Alright, rewards claim you must. It isn't it 1, the enter the site, 2, hack the can, yeah. Yeah, so I got them. Oh, I forgot to do the snowball, but I don't have a snowball launcher on here, so yeah. Oh well. Yeah, I need to fix my chat channels, but I'm not going to do that while I'm doing this because I'll get killed, and then I'll be super pissed. So it looks like, so is the box, does it ever have anything in it? Actually, I want to orbit. Yeah, these don't really seem like they're... I was all worried about them, but it really doesn't seem like a problem. Alright. So, data vault's open. I gotta hack 2 of them. So, is it worth going for the box? Need a key to upgrade it. You drop the key in it, and it unlocks the other can next to it. Oh! Well, there you go. Okay. I didn't realize. So, this is why I need you guys around. Because, heaven forbid, I actually be able to do this on my own. So, what key is it? I don't see any key. I don't have a key, or is that the key? No, that's a weapon. Filament. You can get the keys from the lads. Need a key to upgrade it. I don't know what the keys are. So yeah, there's no sense in me going to it unless I have a key, and I don't have a key. So yeah. Alright. Alright, let's warp to this one.
Warp drive active.
I don't know what lads are. It's an NPC hauler. Need to find, scramble, and kill. They drop the key. You don't have to get the second box. It's just a bonus. Okay, the key can also be used on combat site. Oh, cool. Okay, well, that's good to know. Alright, we're getting the hang of this now. Yeah, you guys are right. Nothing to be afraid of. Alright, nothing really in there, but okay, so there's that one. Got it. Alright, so that's the 3. Warp out here.
Active.
I still have my probes out, so I don't have any more in there. So let's work on this one. That's the furthest one from me. I think that's going to work, but key can also be used on combat sites. Okay, cool. So there's a whole nother ship you gotta take out to get the key. Okay, cool. But yeah, that's kind of sucky if there's only one relay per site. There are different keys for combat and scanning and different ones for low, high, and null. Okay, cool. There's another one. Yeah, it doesn't seem like anybody here is doing scanning. Maybe they're just doing the mining, because there are some mining sites here. Thanks for the help, guys. I really appreciate it. I couldn't get through this without you. Couldn't get through it without you. All we are is dust in the wind. My buddy's Kansas, where I've lived for the last probably 10 plus years. Named after my home state, I guess you'd call it. You have to scan down LADs, the LADS, to spawn randomly in storm systems. Space Gator, I think I've read the Utilides are kind of hard to catch. Yeah, everything for me is kind of hard to catch. So yeah.
Warp drive active.
Oh, yeah, we got another one here. We'll go get this. But yeah, these aren't too bad. You guys were right. Probably as long as I don't hang around in the site, I'll be good. Make sure I claim the rewards. So that I get credit for them, so that I don't have to double them up. But yeah, I'm getting through them. Space Gator, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Does anyone know if the key can be used in the mining sites for turning? I heard something about that, but I'm not sure. Did you fiend this afternoon? All right. Dust in the wind. All right. Not getting much loot, but then again, that's kind of what we expected. This is high sec, so.
Warp drive active.
Warp back there. I don't want to hang around in the site, so. All right, let's scan this one down. Good evening, Blue Gray. Good to see you. Xurdaben, good to see you. Did you fiend this afternoon? Chilliest event system ever. Even ice sites respawn while I mine them. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right, well, that's a combat site. I don't really want that, but in order to be thorough, let's go ahead and be thorough. Because otherwise, I'll have to scan them all again anyway, so. long as I don't get disconnected, it'll keep track of them. So, but yeah, good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. Blue Gray, appreciated the yesterday with you were watching me on your TV. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Couldn't chat in the Twitch chat, but you could watch me and chat in the game chat, which was definitely a unique experience. So I appreciate that. Yeah, I did notice when I was watching the playback that there were a couple spots where, and right at the very beginning, the video kind of really degraded, and right towards the very end, about probably a hour left in the video or in the stream, there was another one, and so I don't know if that had to do with my Starlink or if it was something else. But yeah, if it happens today, let me know. The in-game chat can always use love. There you go. Plus that way I don't need to alt tab. There you go. There you go. There you go. There's another data site. I'll take it. So that's what, 5 sites here in Ufine? Man, that's pretty good. Unfortunately, no more spawned. I think if I took 5 of them, and it would have at least spawned something else, but maybe not. Let's recenter ourselves. But then blow it again. Plus that way I don't need to alt tab. Oh, Ufine is a storm system. Neat. Yeah, it is a storm system, so that might be why. Bingo bongo. Alright, let's pull you guys in so I don't forget you. Sisters ones are expensive.
Warp drive active.
But yeah, these were easier than I thought. Thanks for that, Vince. Appreciate it. Need PvP. Should have walked away. Make sure the orbit kicks in and I don't overshoot it. Nothing like failing because you accidentally went out of the range. Yeah, they're killing me. There we go. Bingo bongo. Alright, cool. Stack these guys all. So these guys are worth $1 million each, so that's not bad. Alright. I have 7.1 million SP in scanning. There you go. There you go. Yeah, I'm not sure what I got in there. Scanning. I have 5 million. Yeah. For some reason I have not finished astrometric pinpointing or astrometric acquisition. Which is kind of weird. They're on the list, but yeah. Alright. So let's see where the next system is. Exploration, cosmic signatures. Who's got some cosmic signature? 9 signatures in Alcien. Alcien's low sec. I don't want that one. Let's go to a Matins. Let's go to a Matins.
Warp drive active.
See if we can get some more. I probably, since I was there, I probably should have dropped his stuff off, so in case I get killed. Yeah, acquisition is my last scan skill also, yeah. Yeah, I got acquisition and pinpointing. Pinpointing's already started, but acquisition, not so much, so yeah. Bum, 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 bum. All right. Make it on my own. Is that it? Yeah, I guess that is it. I don't know why it doesn't show up. Usually it has a circle around it. Show that it's the one I selected. I don't know. Pinpointing to array is a powerful module. Needs level 5. Yeah. Don't think I can take any more. I always enjoy the scanning, so. I don't know why, but the scanning kind of resonates. You know, the resonates with me. That wormhole. Though I did find a wormhole over there, and I didn't fly to it. I really should have did that. Maybe we'll go back. It won't go anywhere. Or it will, in which case I wouldn't have gone through it anyway. So, I don't know why it's not. It usually puts a circle around to show I've selected it. Maybe it's just a display bug. Alright, so we got a couple of those. Let's finish this one since it's already here. I don't want the combat sites, but scan it down so the next time I come into the system I don't have to scan it down again. Not for everyone, of course. Yeah. Yeah, it does. It resonates with me. I don't know why. Kind of weird. Kind of weird. Of course, then again, I'm kind of weird, so that kind of makes sense. I'm kind of weird, so I guess that makes sense. Wrong one. Doesn't happen very often. That I'm feeling. Is this the love? Yeah, I could make more is doing other stuff, but I prefer to have fun. There you go. Yep. Yeah, I'm the same way. So that's a local Serpentis. That is not an event site. So we're going to leave that one. Yeah, I never do it for the ISK per hour. I get a lot of people who ask me, hey, what kind of ISK per hour can you make on that? And I'm like, I don't have the faintest idea. Not in it for that. Not in it for that. Got to do what makes you happy. So, got to do what makes you happy. So, Seth G. Stewart, good to see you, buddy. Good to see ya. Combat site. Ugh. I'll scan it down so that I have it, because I'll probably end up back in this. What always happens is I'll end up back in this system again, and it'll mess me up. Ooh, that wasn't the right one. This one. That's a new one. All right, let's go ahead and scan down the new one that just popped in here. People like to talk about IS per hour and poop on the flow riffs, and yeah, doing 22 million in 10 minutes. Yeah, I know. If I don't have fun in the game, then I don't keep playing the game. So yeah, like I said, many years ago, I was in a wormhole corp when I started 20 plus years ago. And it was like having a second job, mining ice to keep the POS running, and it was just a freaking nightmare. I'd go to work all day, come home, and then work for Eve, and yeah, work for CCP. So yeah, so that got old real quick. So now it's all about having fun. So yeah, but yeah, Seth, good to see you, buddy. Hold on to what we've got. There's a data site. I figured it would be since it just popped up. Oh, Bon Jovi. Not everybody's cup of tea, but one of my favorites. One of my favorites. Yeah, just so I did add the message that's popping up. Hopefully you guys are seeing it. Or the dungeon raid. Because I know you guys... The dungeon raid is actually working now. So... And I thought it would be more popular. I did also increase the time for people to get in. So that was another one I was able to finally fix. So yeah. And I got the message to pop up. But needless to say, nobody's done a dungeon raid since I fixed it. So yeah. There. Too busy scanning. There you go. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think it was actually Drachenhort and them were the ones that were really got to carry it on with it. And they were doing them back to back to back to back. So yeah. Give up, yeah. I try. I try. Not always successful, but I try. Wow, 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 wow. There you go. There you go. But that, yeah, it was funny. The most it would let me do was 45 seconds, which I thought was kind of weird. Ready or not. Always pick the wrong one. Always pick the wrong one. Oof. All right. So there's my other data site. Claim. All right. Let me warp back to something. So I'm not hanging out in the site and getting... I'll be hanging out in the site and scanning and somebody will blow me up. Go back to scanning. Boom, Boston. Bum, 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 bum. Did the dungeon actually go off? I didn't even see. Sorry. It should be, it's an overlay that's on top of everything, so it should still show up no matter what, so. There you go. Yep, it's up there. It's up there. Boom, boom, boom. Thanks, Drachenhort. Appreciate you, bud. Appreciate all you guys. Appreciate all the support. You guys are awesome. You guys are the reason I stream. I could play the games by myself, but because of you guys, that's why I stream. So that's why I stream. That's why I stream. Love the community. Love the community. In fact, and honestly, that was kind of what was missing for me before from Eve, was a community. Like I said, I had that wormhole corp that I was in for 20 years, and that wasn't bad. But after all of them took off, it was like, it was really hard to play, especially when you get ganked every once in a while, and kind of discouraging. Back then, I was also getting hunted because I was one of the oldest players. Not oldest age-wise, but my character was old, so that they thought that meant that I knew what I was doing. So people would hunt me down on purpose, which was not fun. Especially since any of you who know me now know I don't do PvP, so yeah, that was really discouraging. That was really discouraging. Need to Freeport. There you go. Eve community beta test community. Yeah, there you go. 45 seconds, so much better. Yeah, I did. I got it. That was the highest it let me do, was 45. So, but yeah, I think that made a difference. But Eve community, best community. That's what you said, not beta test. Yeah, you know, want to wormhole again? No, I don't want a wormhole again. Like I said, if I find mine, I'd like to get all my PI out of there. That's where we used to live, was that wormhole. But yeah, that's fine. There she is. There she is. There's a ground, Monty. There's a ground. Alright, claim that reward. We're back out here again.
Warp drive active.
Scan down another one. Oof. Way out there. See, I don't know where that one's at. If I found yours, how readily can you mobilize? I've got a character sitting and waiting to go. So one of my fourth alt is, I really only keep him around just for that. He can scan and he can fly the cargo ships, and that's it. I plan on putting him in the wormhole. And so yeah, so that I can continue to get all the stuff out. So yeah. So ready to go. He's the one that got blown up in the Pro Raider the other day. So, or a couple weeks ago when they released the blueprints for the mining update. So yeah. So yeah, not the best. He doesn't have the highest skills, but he can scan and he can. So he could always find the exit. Oop, I need to do it. And 4. Yeah, no worries. Like I said, it's We've had a couple theories on how we could possibly do it best, and maybe contact the people in there. There's definitely somebody living in there now, but I figure I'll just camp out in there and log off. They can't see me if I log off, so. But yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, if they're scanning me down, I can't log off, so. But I think I still have a couple safe spots in there. Like I said, we used to live there. So I think I still have a whole bunch of bookmarks there. That are on my corp folder. The old corp folder, so yeah. And he's actually still a member of the old corp, so. I don't push out chains often, so don't see many. Should probably memorize the code. Yeah, it's no worry. It's the one I'm looking for, and I haven't memorized it, so I don't expect you to memorize it, right?
Warp drive active.
No. It's J. Here. It's easier. It's Kragen's site. So I'm just going to switch to Kragen. Let me do this one, and then I'll get it for you. When somebody come in and steal it from me. Yeah, it's a one. It's got ones and several ones, several zeros. Like a 6-4. It's lots of ones and lots of zeros. So yeah. All right, cool. Boot. Snowballs. There you go. Can always use snowballs. All right, cool.
Warp drive active.
Let me switch over to him. He didn't get it. He didn't get it. Yeah, so here's Kragen. And so if I look in his PI, most of his PI is in that system. So yeah, J110043. 110043. And so yeah, he's got a ton of stuff in there, so. Sorry, ads are on. Let me know if you didn't get that. Right now the line's been you and me. Love and the music, man, ain't always what it's supposed to be. Oh, girl. Glenn Miller? No, this one is, you know, it's funny because I knew it before you asked me. But this is Journey. Yeah, this is Journey. And this is after the Filipino Arnel Pineda joined them. So they had their original singer, and I can never remember his name, Steve Perry, I think. And he left the band, and they were looking for a new singer, and Arnel Pineda, a Filipino of all things, he actually sounds just like Steve Perry, so it actually worked out really well for them because he sounds just like him. And so yeah, and this is after he joined him. He joined him, I think, in 2018, 2019, and so J110043. There you go. You think I could memorize that? You really do. It's really not that hard, but ironically, not so much. Billy's got his beer goggles on. There you go. Neil McCoy is half Filipino. There you go. There you go. Can't go wrong with the Filipinos. My wife and I, late in life, got into cruising. Really enjoyed cruising. We didn't take a whole lot of cruises. I wish we had taken more. But definitely, if you're looking for an all-inclusive vacation, not super expensive. Includes all your food's included, all your sites are included. It pretty much includes everything. You can do excursions, at the places, but you don't have to. And so, really good vacation. I'm an all inclusive. You know me, I'm cheap, so I'm all inclusive guy. And we were amazed at 90% of the workers on the cruise ships are Filipino. And so she really had a field day because these were all her countrymen, and she was able to really relate with them, and so it was really a good time for her as well. So, and I enjoy them. They are great when it comes to. It's amazing. They're great when it comes to customer service, unless you're in the Philippines, and then they're not so good. I don't know why, but yeah, I remember old C4 when a crypto first came out, the early Wild West days. Yeah. Those were the good old days. Those were the good old days. Those were the good old days. All right, where's my scan? Oh, there. All right. This is probably going to be the wrong one now that I've gone to this trouble, but let's find out. Scan down the last one. TCP made a mistake by having wormholes have statics. Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate it being the scaredy cat that I am, but yes, I think it probably would have made it more feasible for a lot of people if they hadn't gone that route. So yeah, but yeah. Basically just nullsec with no gates. Yep. Yep. Yeah, and it would have been better to have it as another level, so. Foreigner. Love me some foreigner. The statics is what makes them livable in. Yeah, it does. It does. Oh, combat site. Well, that's not going to do me no good. But let me scan it down just so when I come back to this system, I don't have to scan it down again. Only deal with the new ones. Bump, 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 bump. All right. Let's check out these wormholes just for the heck of it.
Warp drive active.
I always try to check out any wormholes I scan down just because. Because maybe by some fluke chance I will actually run into the one I'm looking for. Highly unlikely, but you never know. Alright, so this one's got less than a day remaining. So yeah, let's check it out. Just to confirm it's not the one I'm looking for. This is not the one you're looking for. So yeah, called it. Let's go. Now, are the Winter Nexus sites also in the wormhole? Because they're probably a lot more risky. Risque. Alright, so it's close. J10 4103. So it is not the one I'm looking for. Let's save location. I'm like, okay, I know it's here somewhere. What is today? 12/19, right? Yeah. Oh, 0202. Eve time. All right, cool. Not a whole lot of signatures, so. Big Blue. Yeah, so somebody's living here. So, yeah, that's good enough for me. Not the one I'm looking for. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah. They only spawn where there's storms doing. No storms in wormhole. Okay, cool. No Christmas in the wormhole. This dark winter, despair, death, and isolation. Yeah. Yeah. Wormholers love to moan about it. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised because you would think they would have at least thrown him a bone there. But yeah. Oh, a new one popped up. All right, let's check out this other wormhole before we scan that down.
Drive active.
Otherwise, I'll be chasing SIGs all day. Which is okay. Which is okay. That's in a day, extra large. Extra large. I like extra large. That's what she said. Which is already a broken mechanic anyway. Way too easy for them to close their holes and farm uncontent. That's true. Cracked on 4 characters. Way to go, Lego. Overachiever. And now you're going to have to go back to all 4 of those characters when they expand it. So, which they will. They always do. Alright, doesn't seem like there's anything there. Not a whole lot of signatures either, but I don't need nothing in here, so. Not the wormhole I'm looking for. Alright, let's get out of here. Even if you cyno-jam a system, you can still drop blobs. Yep. I really just wanted the Hulk skin. There you go. There you go. Actually, I'm looking forward to the blueprint. So, that's where I'm at. Alright. I think I gotta put my... Whoop, I don't need that. I think I gotta put my drones out, or my probes out again, don't I? Yep. Ooh. Good old Billy Joel. What would be called a crooner now. Alright, let's see what this one is. They were never meant to be lived in. CCB just catered to it. Yeah, I agree. I agree. That's a combat site. What a waste. It's alright. We'll scan her down. I was just saying, in null and low, there's always a way to get to a star system. Yep. Which is nice. The way you are. Alright, that's that. Bring my drones back in. Alright, so a Matins is done. See what's next. What's next? Arnatel's got 5. Let's go to Arnatel.
Warp drive active.
And Ponkman is the biggest waste of development time ever. I couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. New Eden is a great place to die. Living, not so much. Even Isaac, yeah. Yeah, Ponkman, man, they really screwed me over with that one. We had, I think, 2 or 3 offices. My corp had 2 or 3 offices that became Ponkman systems, which was really, really screwed us over. In fact, the corp still has a ton in impound, which was just ridiculous. All right, let's start scanning. Start scanning. Boom, 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 boom. With Pac-Man, they didn't have a real plan. They just threw shit at the wall, see what sticks. Yeah, yeah, and it really didn't stick well. Yeah, really didn't stick well. So yeah, so that was kind of really crappy. But yeah, that really screwed us over. In fact, that was one of the reasons I stayed in that corp for so long, because I was hoping to get that stuff back, but it just became too much. I had to get my status with trigs up to at least 4, I think, 4 or 5, in order to be able to buy it back from impound. And yeah, it was ridiculous. They were killing me. And trying to get my status up with trigs, between the trigs, bringing battleships to a frigate site, and then the players who have now decided that Pakven is where they live. I was getting killed 2-3 times a week. And so I was like, yeah, forget this. In D&D, you don't gate content as a dungeon master behind die rolls. It can fail, but I feel CCP did just that with Jove and stuff. Yep. Players never rolled high enough to unlock the next chapter. Or it was all predetermined. Either way, waste of time. Yep. Yeah, I think they might have known from the beginning that it was just going to be a way for them to remove systems, which I don't know why you would want to. Because they really didn't plan it out well. But yeah. Though a lot of people swear by it now. And actually, one of my normal viewers, DLH, she said there's actually a lot of Nox asteroids in Pakven. So I may have to start hunting in there to... Nox is what I'm always hurting for. Nox is what I always need. And so... But once again, as soon as I go in there, I'm sure I'll probably get killed. So, yeah. Because, yeah, that's kind of a... And it's weird. No matter what. It just seems Pakven's got my number. I'd like to see the old map sometime before the systems were taken. See where the bottlenecks were. Yeah, no Nox and Wormhole. Yeah. I haven't found any. I've mined a couple wormholes, and I haven't gotten any from there, so... I've got some Megasite and some Zidraine, which is nice, but... not what I was looking for, so... Learning how to avoid PvP is also a skill. Yeah, it is, and that's not a skill I've mastered. Well, not in low class. Yeah, I think that's what I always end up with, is low class. I'm low class blue gray, so I always end up with low class. Alright, maybe finally found a data site. Oh, ironically, I'm not having much competition out here, so this is working out pretty good. But yeah, I agree. I agree, Vince. It is a skill, and that is one that I have not mastered. Oh, I guess I should target it. That's probably what the problem is. Yeah. That's what the problem is. All right. All right.
Warp drive active.
So I got 50 million worth of stuff in here. Of course, I don't know. My sister. Oh no, my sister probes aren't in there. So yeah, I don't have to subtract those out. Not the worst day. Not the worst day doing sites. Those phase fields seem to be a dud as well. Yeah. They got a lot of those. Like I said, one of the reasons that I had been so sporadic was because CCP, they really screwed up a lot back in the day. They were notorious for making knee-jerk reaction changes that caused all kinds of issues, and which really was frustrating. And so yeah, a lot of those were in there. So this is learnable. Yeah, it is learnable. Yeah, Ragnar for Megasite, Bissett for Zidrine. Yep. Yeah, unfortunately, Nox is what I always need. Those ones I need. They're a little bit lower, but the Nox is really what I need. Nox, I'm always short on Nox. And so what I've really started doing is selling my Trit and buying Nox, and that works. But I got more Trit than I can ever use, even with selling it. But yeah, the two BPCs I gave you have something to do with phase fields, I believe. Okay. Learning what systems are used camped. Using ships that are nullified. Using wormholes to get around. Learning how to descan. Yep. There is a lot to it. And I honestly, the descan alone, I can never get my descan to scan what I want. And so, but yeah. Thanks, Al. I haven't checked out those BPCs. If you just blind jump into low null, low wormhole, you're going to die. Yep. I agree 1,000%. $1,000. I am proof of that. And that actually goes for Pockman as well, because Pockman, Abigail's barking her head off, so I wonder if Archie's here. Oh, Archie's planning on coming by. No, he's not. Archie's planning on coming by to pick me up after the stream, take me over to the lot. Plus, they're picking up all kinds of materials, so we're having a big Christmas party for the workers tomorrow. So yeah, so they're making food for that and all that goes into that. So yeah, I think they're picking up supplies today. But yeah, I'm gonna go over there and get another land one. I have adjusted the settings on my camera, so hopefully it uploads in less than 12 or 13 hours. Ridiculous. I'm not sure. It seemed like most of them were already set the way ChatGPT suggested, but there was one. I'm hoping that's the one that's causing it to make the file size. The file size it's like 12 gig. I think that's what the 15 gig, I think, is what it was. The 25-minute video, the last one I put up, day of the 17th. And so, yeah, which was ridiculous. I like to fit for MWD cloak nullifier or do a double bubble can outpace nullifier cooldown, but bombs as well. I soon as not travel. Yeah, the bombs are what always get me. That's one that's only until recently. That was the only time I ever had a problem was when they had bombs. But yeah, I did have a fail here the other day or a couple weeks ago when they released the blueprints for the mining ships. I was in nullsec and I got caught.
Drive active.
First pro raider I've ever lost at a gig camp. So yeah, it was rough. But it was on one of my alts, not as skilled as this guy. Not that I think it would have mattered. Well, I'm gonna use any excuse I can. Oh man, look at that. Love it. Got some more skins. Got some skins to give away. Always love to give away skins.
Warp drive active.
Glacial drifts, which are always a pretty big popular one. So yeah, so that's pretty good. I'd love to haul my own stuff in Null, but seems like you really need 2 accounts. Yeah. Or you just gotta befriend one of the powers that be there, because that. Oops, didn't want to do that. But yeah, they're at least you can at least talk to them. So yeah, you can work something out with them. They're not unreasonable. Not like Pockven. Pockven, ugh. I've actually tried to talk to a couple of them, and they're like, yeah, screw you. Like, I just want to mine these sites that you're not mining anyway, you know? You can run without a scout. It's a little more risky, yeah. I'm on me. Xurdaben, good to see you, buddy. I see you just logged in. To me. My alt is new enough. I get air rewards for hacking sites. Cracks me up. Yeah, that's always fun. I have one like that too. Yeah. Oh, back's itching. Sorry about that. There we go.
Warp drive active.
Maybe a lot more. Yep. You're not kidding. Oh. This is love that I'm feeling. Man. Seems like they're getting easier. Answer my prayer. Alright, let's see what the next one is. Bear Eyes got 5. Let's jump to it.
Warp drive active.
Eve is designed for defensive solar players to fail. Easily fixed criminal status for gankers, multiple factions grand for only limited strength, core stable to no burst jammer anymore. But haulers are example. A faction core stab, multiple scram disrupt your cap would balance things, but will likely never happen. Yeah. Or red salvage package. There you go. 4.5 million. Can't beat that. Unusual Icebound Savage. Yeah, I think I got that one. 75 million. Good job. I didn't get that one. I did not get that one. I did not get that one. Wrong way. Bum, 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 bum. Final Countdown by Europe. Classic. Ooh, ooh. Ba, 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 ba.
Warp drive active.
Still we stand tall. I'm gonna need another cup of coffee. I need another cup of coffee.
Warp drive active.
All right, who's next? Apologies. Whoop. Dead note. Good to see you. Can you show me what reward you got after your hacking? Sure. Give me a second. I've actually done 7 or 8 of them, so this is all the rewards I got over 7 or 8. So let me do this one, and then I'll show you what I got from all of them. It's the final countdown. Apologies, been a bit contrary about Wormhole PvP. Oh, you're all good. All of the T2 Cov-Ops frigates work, but like a cheetah. Yeah, I did up the first Plex reward, and sitting in a buzzard was way too fast. Yeah. Buzzard is a fine ship. Buzzard is a fine ship. Buzzard is a fine ship. Fine ship.
Warp drive active.
I will always love you. Hanger says crates are worth 3 billion. Wow. That's awesome, Lego. That's awesome. Breaks my heart to see you crying. I can never make it alone. For your honor, I'll be the hero dreaming of. Alright. So I got a blueprint. I got a small ancillary repair blueprint, some fireworks, some festival snowballs. Looks like 4 or 5 filaments. Caristas light weapon console. Takamor Goro. Yeah, some data cores, laser physics, MR, Starship, mechanical engineering, and quantum physics. Some carbon, most coveted item in all of Eve. And some more low-sec ice storm filaments. Needlejack. 13 of the storm hive shards, which are worth $1 million each. Auxiliary parts, force cable, positron cord, Takamal cord. These are all advanced building supplies, Takamol Tri-Polish and Trekamo Molecular. High-tech scanner, which is a PI item. 1 accelerated descriptor, 2 parity descriptors, and 5 process descriptors. And like I said, this is about 8 sites. Agency Hardshell 1, Agency Hardshell 3, Clover Clocker.
Thank you.
Brain Freeze, White Storm, Extruded Compact Heatsink, and then another coveted items, the Jury Rigging and MR Encryption. Like, if you're doing this, you already have those. And then 2 skins.
Thank you.
Reaper and Sentinel. So, yep. So that's what I got. And like I said, that's after about 8 of them. So. It's after about 8 of them. So. No problem. No problems. Least I could do. Appreciate the follows. Orlac, thanks for the follow. Dead Note, thanks for the follow. Appreciate you guys. That is why I'm here, is to help out. So, yeah, any way I can help out, I am more than happy to help out. No worries, no worries. So, yeah, this is high sec. So I'm in Bear Eye, which is an 09 system. I've been working the Ufine area, which is in Galente space.
Thank you.
Storm in Ufine. And it is, I've been working it today, so. But yeah, so not super profitable. I think when we saw it, it was like only 58 million total. But you know, not bad. And I'm getting points for the track, so that works. Free re-ink. Sorry, I probably butchered the heck out of that. But thanks for the follow, buddy. I appreciate it. I have 450 of those storm shards. There you go. Yeah, so that's not bad. I always turn them in because I'm always afraid CCP is going to say, you know what, we're not collecting anymore. I have several items that are what they call expired. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not taking any chances. So I usually turn them in as soon as I get them. But yeah, no problem. Anything, and I have in my stream, ask me anything, and we've pushed that to the limit. I think we talked about my vasectomy for once, and yeah, we've talked about my multiple marriages, my 2 marriages. I'm married to one woman now who's a Filipina, which is why I'm living here in the Philippines, and I was married to an American prior to her. So, but yeah, we pretty much covered everything. So yeah. So yeah, I don't think anybody's asked me a question I wouldn't answer so far. So that's kind of a challenge, I guess. But yes. But yeah, I'm retired, living here in the Philippines now. My wife's a Filipina. Lived with me in America for 18 years, and I promised her when we retired we would move to the Philippines, and I honestly never thought we would retire, but I was able to retire at 57, working for my company 25 years, just short of 25 years, and made a good living, and we are loving it here. Loving it here, building the house here, so yeah. Take the long way home. Take the long way home. Supertramp. I saw Serpent Power actually has a custom spit it out. A custom control on his stream that shows which song is playing. That he actually wrote himself, which I was pretty cool. But he wrote it for something other than Spotify, so. Somebody came in right after me. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, buddy. Snooze, you lose. That's the first competition I've seen.
Active.
First competition I've seen. So being that, let me scan this one. It has to be. Yeah, I'd like, there might be, maybe I need to check and see if there's like a Spotify one that I can load that'll let me display what the song is and everything, but I haven't. I am using Spotify. I pay for Spotify. I actually pay the American price for Spotify, which is kind of hacking me off because the Filipino price is considerably less. I need to figure out how to get switched over to that. Since I am in the Philippines, but yeah. Yeah, it's kind of made. I think I pay $13 a month for my Spotify, and the Filipino price comes out to like $6 or $7 a month, which is ridiculous because it's like supply and demand, I guess. Yep, premium Spotify. Yep, YouTube premium Spotify. Yep. Oop, that one disappeared. So yeah, he must have did the same as me. Scan down the next one. God bless him. Good for him. Good for him. Good for him. Yeah, so he's probably going to get this one. I am not the fastest scanner in the world. So yeah, so. Clap my Filipino brother. Good to see you. Yay, good to see you, Saviek. Good, thanks for being here. Maybe he actually scanned them all ahead of time and now he's just picking them off. That might be. But either way, good for him. Yep. Nope, it says it's still there. Did I skip one? That's weird. Yep, it's gone. Yep, it's gone. Yeah, so there's the competition that I do not like. So yeah, so yeah, it looks like he probably scanned them all ahead of time. Oh, I didn't claim the reward. That sucks. All right. So who's next? The Mattins I've already been to. Ace. Let's go to Ace.
Warp drive active.
I did collect my... Yes, I did. Okay. Like, I did collect my, my probes. So, yeah, Saviek, good to see you. Thanks for being here, buddy. Oh, wow. Alright. Somebody in a venture. So, they're probably mining. Actually, let's start at the bottom. Another notch in my lipstick case. My honor to be here. Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yeah, we're just scanning some sites today. I enjoy scanning. It's nice and relaxing. And where did that one go? Once again, it's not giving me the circle. There it is. It's not giving me the circle there. I know which one I'm looking at. ChemFinn, good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. So yeah, we're just doing, this is the mining event. This is the Winter Nexus event. We're just scanning down sites and doing them. I am scanning everything because I'm jumping back and forth between systems and revisiting, and if I don't scan them the first time, then I'll have to scan them all the second time to figure out what they are, so I just scan them all. It defeats the purpose if I end up getting disconnected, but so far, I have not got disconnected, so. Internet service here in the Philippines, I use Starlink, but it is a little sketchy, so disconnects are not uncommon, so. The DonBase, good to see you. Scanning is nice and relaxing. I've never been so stressed in my life as when I did it for the first time the other day. Yeah, it's probably not the best to do for your first time during this event, because yeah, this event gets a little stressful because there's a lot of competition for the sites. But honestly, this morning I have not had any problems. I saw my first pilot, my first competition here, just a few minutes ago. So I've gotten about 8 or 9 sites without any competition. And then that last one, he showed up right as I was looting. And then he picked off the other 2 sites. So yeah, so good for him. But yeah, it hasn't been too bad. We were doing mining a couple days ago, and those ones are heavy competition, but yeah, you gotta have the ice skills to be able to do those. So, but yeah, like Lego says, that is all events. Any event, there's always huge competition, which is, I'm not a huge MMO guy. I don't like MMOs. It's brings out the worst in humanity when there's no real controls on anything. But Eve is one I have constantly come back to. So. And honestly, the community here is what made streaming really enjoyable. So, but yeah, Capsuleer, Crimson Harvest, Winter Nexus. Yeah, it's always a scramble for sites. Yep. But in some ways, I know Vince said he really likes the competition, and I could see that. Yeah, in some ways, it's kind of nice. After my 15th site, where, you know, I'm always the second guy in or the third guy in, it's like, yeah. Then what I'll normally do is I'll go do something else. So, yeah. I think I went too far there. Well, maybe not. It makes me sick most times to the point of just playing a different game. Yep. Yeah, and that's kind of where I'm at. It's just like way too much. But I try to. It's nice because Eve's got so many activities. I can kind of mix it up when one of them frustrates me, and so we got PI. We've got all kinds of stuff. So yeah, I can always mess around with something else, which I think is what's always kept me coming back to Eve, is because it does have a lot of different options. So, and like I said, for years. So this character here that I'm playing is 20 years old, 22 years old. Started 5 months after Eve went live. I haven't played the whole 22 years. I got pissed off with CCP several times, but took some sabbaticals for other reasons. But yes, I didn't actually do any of the events until I think starting last year, and so because I just didn't bother. I didn't like the competition and didn't really think it was worth it, but it's actually good for the community, I think, because a lot of people want to try the events, want to see what's going on, and honestly, I think the community has helped me to be able to accomplish most of them. So I like to be far from trade hubs. Use a filament to find ice mining site today. Why did I jump from Jita? There you go. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, closer you get to the Jita, the more drama you end up with. So yeah. My home system is like 7 jumps from Jita, and that is like a perfect spot because I'm close enough when I need supplies, but far enough away that it keeps me out of most of the drama. Every once in a while, it boils over, but... And I have been ganked in my home system, I think once or twice, so yeah. So there are negatives, but... Ice sites were made to spawn around trade hubs. Yeah, I think they were. So using the filament would just get you put there, yeah. So lost without you.
Warp drive
Alright, let's see if we're the first one. Actually, quite a few people in this system. I'm the first one. That's weird. How's that possible? 2 jumps from everywhere. Physical oddity. There she is. Alright, so that was not bad. 2 million in that one. Another high tech. Yeah, the shards. So yeah, nothing super special. But and this, like I said, once again, this is high sec. So if you're doing this in low sec or null sec, you'll definitely get much better loot.
drive active.
Alright, scan down the next one. I'm so lost without you. Oh, yes, it's actually a fairly beautiful day here in the Philippines. I haven't checked the temperature, but I think we're in the mid to high 80s. And it is only 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. 9 minutes till 11. So probably going to be a hot day today, which is kind of the default here. But it is a little overcast, but they're not dark clouds. They're more wispy clouds, so more wispy clouds. So yeah. But yeah, I'm planning to go over. So we're building a house here, my wife and I, and so I'm planning to head over to the site. House build's on day 19, and they're getting ready to start forming walls. So yeah, it's moving very quickly. So, and ironically, if you guys didn't see the last video, I apologize. Spoiler alert. They dug my pool, which was kind of that was kind of a big one for me. So digging my pool. Win-win. Win-win-win. So yeah. So that was one of the requirements I told my wife in order to live here, in order to build a house here. Is the house is mostly for her, but I said I needed a pool, so because we're in the winter months now, or winter months. We're in the rainy season months now. So it's really not too hot. Like I said, we'll probably get in the high 80s today. But starting in January, they start the summer months, and it's usually over 100 every day. So yeah, it's one of those where, and the humidity here is, yesterday's humidity I think was 88%. So yeah, it's one of those. It's a little overwhelming. So sorry, ads are getting ready to start. Alright, there's another site. See if we can collect on this one. PvP. There we go. Alright. First one here as well, so can't beat that. Hopefully I didn't overshoot this one. Let my micro warp drive go a little longer than I normally do, so I'm going to wait to make sure that I orbit without overshooting. There we go. Wait for the turn. Wait for the turn. Wait for the turn. Wait for the turn. Yeah, that's probably not the way it is. No. There she is. Let's do every node before we find it. There we go. So another 2 million. So not bad. Alright.
Warp drive active.
And I love it. It's 9 p.m. Open air sauna's nice. There you go. It's 9 p.m. and 23 degrees Fahrenheit here. Wow. High of 19 tomorrow. Yeah, I miss that stuff. And I love it. Couldn't pay me to put up with 90s and 100s. Yeah. That's kind of where I'm at, Lego, is I told the wife, I said she came to America and suffered through winter for 18 years. I said I can put up with some heat for a little while. And honestly, after 1 year, or not even 1 year, I think we've been here 8 months, going on 9 months. I'm like, you know, maybe I'm not as strong as her. Maybe I'm not as strong as her. Maybe I just need to admit it. But unfortunately, I can't go wrong with the cost of living here. The cost of living here is incredible. So yeah, cheap overrides my need for snow and cold. So yeah, so that's kind of what's keeping me here, is it's way too affordable for me to leave. I see what you guys are paying in America for stuff, and it is ridiculous. Ridiculous. So yeah, so I am loving the cost of living here. So yeah, which is why I was able to retire at 57, to be honest. It's I was able to retire at 57 because I moved to a place where the cost of living is much, 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 much lower. So I'm living on about a fifth of what it took me to live in Kansas City. So, which is not one of the more expensive places in America. It's actually considered on the lower end. But so I'm probably living on a tenth of what it would cost to live in Florida or California or New York. Maybe even a bigger fraction. A bigger fraction, smaller fraction. I'm not sure how that works, but yeah. Drachenhort, thanks, buddy. I need to spawn a couple so you guys don't have to pay for them, but yeah, I felt the same way, Lego. I am a winter guy, and I am missing the snow. It doesn't feel like Christmas. You know, next week is Christmas, for crying out loud. It does not feel like Christmas because it is not, you know, it's not even close to being cold here. And that's what I've known my whole life. I grew up in Pennsylvania, where snow was our natural disaster, you know. And lived all over the East Coast and the Midwest. Not all over the Midwest, but I've been all over the Midwest. But I live mostly the Midwest, Kansas City area is where I lived for the last 30 years. So But yeah, made a difference. So, whoops, lost you for a few minutes, did you? Brooklyn, New York. But yeah, I can afford Tangia. There you go. I appreciate that. Yeah, you probably got a lot of points. You've been here a long time, so yeah, you probably got a lot of points. You probably got a lot of points. But yeah, don't talk bad about my Brooklyn, New York, but you are right. Yeah, nothing wrong with New York. New York, when it comes to America, New York is definitely the melting pot. You have every culture across the globe in New York. And I think that's what makes America great, to be perfectly honest. Is the fact that we are all immigrants. And so, but yeah, my family, my many generations back, but my family, of course, immigrated from England, since my last name is Bond. And so, yeah, it was we were from Her Majesty's Secret Service. I'd like to say one of my predecessors was probably in Her Majesty's Secret Service, but probably not. So yeah, probably not. Probably
Thank
not.
you.
It'd be nice if they were, but I don't know that I can count on that. So yeah. Babylon Drifter, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. I think I might have overshot this one. I'm still moving too fast. All right, make the turn.
Thank you.
Make the turn. There it is. Make the turn. Amelie Starstone. Love the name. Thanks for the follow.
Thank you.
Good God, you guys are going out of control. I'll get that one here in a second. Sorry. Well, that's not working. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate all the follows. There she is. There she is. So yeah, 164,000. That was definitely probably one of the smaller ones. So. All right. Claim my reward. So yeah, it's the thedonbase. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I think I had one more to scan down here. Oh, it's a wormhole. Yeah, we'll just finish it off. Figure out which one I'm gonna focus on. Love that movie, first Bond film. Yeah, I'm a big Bond guy, so yeah. I don't know that there were any James Bonds I didn't like. So, but honestly, Sean Connery was probably my favorite. So, was not a good example of humanity. He was a pretty it wasn't an upstanding member of society, as I would like to call it. I guess there's a controversy with him where I guess he had a problem with one of his neighbors, so he bought the whole apartment building and evicted everybody. You know, things of that nature. But yeah, and he also had several incidents of spousal abuse. So yeah, there was a lot of controversy around that. But he was a good James Bond. So yeah. My first wife. He was on my first wife's the list, and he had an interview with Barbara Walters, and Barbara Walters, she didn't pull any punches, and she said, "So Sean, tell me, there's been a lot of accusations of spousal abuse in your past and currently, and what do you have to say about that?" And he says, you know, Barbara, sometimes you just need to show him who's boss. And I looked at her and said, is he still on the list? She said, he's not on the list because I value his opinion. He's on the list because he looks good. And I went, all right. Can't blame you there. Can't blame you there. I'm going to enter this one to see if it's the one I'm looking for, but wish I had, yeah, wish I had FU money. Exactly. Exactly. You know, and I'm just like, whether you can or not, you probably shouldn't buy the apartment building and evict everyone just because somebody, I think they complained about his music being too loud or something like that, you know, which it probably was. Let's be honest, okay? Because he's that guy. And so, yeah, but. So he bought the whole building and got rid of them. So, yeah, there's a couple towers in here. So somebody lives here. But this is not the wormhole I'm looking for. So I'm going to save the exit. Just because I always do. 12, 19, 0304. And then I'm going to get out of here. So. Because there are no event sites in wormhole systems, so no reason to be scanning in here. Already got my daily for it, so. But yeah, I wish I had FU money too. So Kimon, good to see you. Sorry I almost missed you. We were talking about my favorite Bond, you know, and my favorite James Bond, which is Sean Connery. But yeah, he's kind of not the nicest guy in the world. Not the nicest guy in the world. But yeah, that's all right. And when you think about it, James Bond really wasn't the nicest guy in the world either. So yeah, I guess it makes sense. Quite the womanizer. So yeah. But yeah, I think even if I did have FU money, I wouldn't be that bad. I hope I wouldn't be that bad. And so, you know. But yeah, that's kind of ridiculous. Somebody complained about your noise, so buy the whole building and have everybody evicted. So nobody complain again. That seems a little excessive. So, all right, let's check this one out. Keeping it range. I don't want to keep it range. I want to enter it. There we go. But yeah, that's what FU money will buy you. So. He's definitely got it. He's definitely got it. So, I think he's been married 3 or 4 times. So, and each one of them took half, and he still has that kind of money. So, yeah, that's kind of... Alright, this is not the wormhole I'm looking for either. So... But just for conversation's sake, let's look in here and see. There's actually no towers, at least that I can see from where I'm sitting, so... Save, that's what I'm looking for. Alright. And actually, I'm curious. This one's got a lot of sites in it. A lot of ore, a lot of ruins. My goodness. This one does look like it could probably have been a contender for some stuff, but since we're doing the event, we're gonna stick with the event. So, but yeah, something to be said for using your FU money in a positive, morally supportive way. So, which that definitely was not. So, all right. So we got to find another system. This one's all collected out. So Matins we've been to. We could probably go back to it. Arnell we've been to. Yeah. Let's go back to a Matins. See if there's anything new.
Warp drive active.
Try to stay in the one system jumps. So. But actually, I am going to go get another cup of coffee. So I will be I will be right back. See you in a few minutes. Sorry about that. Legomaniax. Well, PI seems to be my bottleneck for building ships. P3 and P4 takes a long time to make. It does take a long time to make. It does take a long time to make, and it is kind of a pain in the butt. So, kind of a pain in the butt. All right. I waited long enough that it came out. So, yeah, no new sites in the Matins, but I did not. Actually, I did check that one out, I think. So let's see where we'll jump to next, which is kind of what I figured. Bear Eye, I think I've been to. Ace, I've been to. Junsword, I was not at. Let's go to Junsword.
Warp drive active.
Let's go to Junsword. But honestly, if we look, I've actually gotten. It looks like I was at 250 and I'm up at 420. So, yeah, I'm going to wait to collect these until we're done so we can see exactly how many points we got. So, not a storm system, yeah. Yeah, Eufine, like you said, is kind of where it seems the storm is centered. So, but yeah, I'm just jumping around, see what's going on. Three systems. All So you're saying Junsort's not a storm system, so I won't find any here? Okay. I'll scan them down anyway, just for the hell of it. Come on. Laren Bumps is the storm center. Okay. Well, then that's where I probably need to head, so. I'm actually enjoying the scanning, so. Can check on the new map. Yeah, I haven't looked at the new map. I need to do that. I need to do that. I need to do that. Wanting you near. My do today. I need you to stay. What your love means to me. Open arm. Alright, let me check out this wormhole. Just for conversation's sake.
Warp drive active.
And then we're going to head to Laren Bump. So, you said on the new map, it'll show me the storm systems. So I'm sure I got to select something in the filter. Activity. Nope. So there's a way to check it. Sorry, the sun's coming in my window here, and I really need to figure out a solution for this. Looking at the map and stuff like that is where it gets really bad. I go to services. Is that no? That's services for stations. So which one is it? Geography. Geography. There it is. Geography. All right. Geography. Region, Centaur Fields, metalimal storms. Is that it? Metalimal storms? Is that it? Wrong way. There you go. So where's Laren Bumps? There's Laren Bumps. All right, cool. Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. All right. We'll check out Arnatel on the way through. I think we've already been there, so. Love that coffee. Very happy with my Seattle's best coffee here. So. I can honestly say I never drank Seattle's Best in America, but I'm loving it here. All right, nothing there. Bear Eye, we already checked out too. It seems like it once you get the hang of it. Okay. Well, then I should have been hanging out in Laren Bumps. I actually thought. I actually thought that Eufine was the center. But that was my mistake. So Bear Eye's got some new sites that popped up. This is where I had the competition, so makes sense. Which is why I kind of got out of it as quick as possible. Why that is like that. But that's probably why Bear Eye has so many new sites, is because it's very close to the heart. I started at the top again. I always try to start at the bottom. Yeah. Laren Bumps is busy. Yeah, I bet it is. They're probably popping up enough. I know Bear Eye was where I ran into the other competition guy, so that was the only place I actually had any competition, so. I could probably go back to Eufine. With Eufine, I didn't have any competition at all, and it's still only one jump, so. Somebody's definitely working them. There were 4 sites here when 4 sites that hadn't been scanned when I started. There's only 3 now, so somebody's working them. Hey, Aeoster, good to see ya. I'm just leaving Bear Eye just now. There you go. Cool beans. Let me go jump to this one.
Warp drive active.
Raid. StevesHaven. Whoa, man. Thanks for the raid, buddy. Thanks for the raid. If you guys aren't following StevesHaven, definitely give StevesHaven a follow. Let me get you a shout out here, bud. Appreciate the raid. Appreciate the raid.
Thank you.
Thanks for all the follows.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Thanks for the raid, buddy. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
We're just doing the Winter Nexus data sites. Trying to collect some points.
Thank you.
Thanks for the follows. I'll catch you guys as soon as I get this site done. There she is.
Thank you.
We're doing them in high sec, so not a whole lot of loot, though that was 2 million, but we're up to 70 million total for the day, so not too bad.
Thank you.
Not too bad. All right, let's catch these out. So, Steve, oh, appreciate you. No, you're all good. You're all good. Jackson
Thank
Sinclair. Good to see you, buddy. Jackson Sinclair's my rich benefactor. So, yeah. So, let me catch all you guys in here. Jay Janka. Sun Also Rises. CaptainOkona. Appreciate you guys. Remymain, thanks for the follows. My goodness, you guys. Yeah, I'm not used to I'm not used to these
You're
kind of
awesome.
numbers, so appreciate it. Kickin, thanks for the gift subs, buddy. Kickin is also one of my rich benefactors, so appreciate that, Kickin. Appreciate that. Actually, Kickin
Thank you.
And Jackson usually get into some kind of competition over here. So yeah, so Kickin, way to go. Thanks for that, buddy.
Thank you.
Sintrin Side, thanks for the follow. Stifler's mom, thanks for the follow. Love the name. Freeman Yeoman, thanks for the follow. Nightly Build, Admiral Alice, Mac78, Cathedar, Death Crusade, Nashiba, Grease Gezgez, thanks for the follow. JM Wilder, Robin Goodfell, thanks for the follow. Just Random Geek, thanks for the follow. Love the name. BTASQ, there you guys, those are the subs. So those are the gift subs. So congratulations, those of you got gift subs from Kickin', sorry. Dagger, thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys. So yeah, we're just running some sites here in high sec. Not the most loot, which is fine, but we are getting points. I think, according to the thing over here, the event site, we made about 200 and some points so far. So yeah. So yeah, we're gonna keep that up, but yeah, let me scan out another one here. Huge raid, yes, appreciate it. Kickin, welcome back. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. We've been missing you. So actually, it looks like all the sites are gone. So yeah, but no problem there. So yeah, Laren Bumps is actually the center of the storm. So ThreadNA, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Sorry, I missed a lot of you. Apologize, not on purpose. I'm not used to Steve's kind of numbers, so I do my best to not compete with Steve because I can't hold a candle to him. So yeah, so yeah, but appreciate it, Steve. Thanks again for the raid. Appreciate it. Jackson, good to see you, buddy. Just got back home from New York. Yep, that's what I figured you were traveling. Were you a C64 owner? I used to be a C64 owner, so yes, I used to be. That was my very first computer, was a Commodore 64. So, Caldari Prime Pony Club, yeah, there you go, buddy. Caldari Prime Pony Club's donated a lot of skins to us, so a lot of the skins you guys have received from me has been from Caldari Prime Pony Club. So yeah, so special thanks to him. A lot of the ships came from Jackson and almonxy and Millen Messina, and then Kickin's always in here giving away subs. So appreciate all of you guys. So can't really look at it like that. You also haven't been around as long. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I appreciate it, buddy. I appreciate it. But yeah, we used to be running around the same time. So once I moved here to the Philippines, I had to kind of move my time a little bit. And the last thing I want to do was run at the same time as you. So yeah, so we've been trying to work that out. So highly flammable. Yeah, don't light me on fire. Don't light me on fire.
Thank you.
So I am flying a Helios right here. So yeah, it's my second favorite scanning ship. I usually try to do the Astero, but I don't have an Astero in this region, so. But no worries, the Kino. No worries on the lurks. I am Size. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Yeah, it seems like we're lining up now, so I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Kickin', great to see you again. We've been missing you. Kickin' was actually in my area. He lived in my area back when I was in Kansas City, and I really regret that I didn't get a chance to connect with him before I moved to the Philippines. So, yep. But yeah, I appreciate it, Steve. Steve's an excellent streamer. If you guys aren't following Steve, definitely follow Steve. Steve's an excellent streamer. So, and he does a lot of giveaways. A lot of giveaways. He's got a lot of generous benefactors too. So, yeah. So it is the Amicus hull. This is the tier 2 of the Amicus. Yeah, sorry. It is the tier 2 of the Amicus. I actually build them. So if you guys are in the market for one, let me know. I'll give you a good deal. Hell, I might even give it to you for free. But it is the covert ops. It's built off of the Amicus hull. And so, Amicus was one of the first ships I flew. So it's kind of always had a special place in my heart. So, special place in my heart. So, there's the new emote. So, thanks for the hype train. Appreciate you guys. Thanks, Kickin'. Awesome job, as always. Word band, place. Okay, I'll need to do it. No worries, Steve. Have a good one. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Samwise, thanks for the follow. Yep. Yeah, I prefer the Astero. But the Helios is kind of what I started with. So that's the one that I usually try to use. So we've been out here scanning a lot today, but yep, there's nothing left to scan here. So let's see what's next. Oh, wrong one. Go out here to our cosmic signatures, and it'll tell us Billy has 3. I don't think I've been to Billy yet. Let's try Billy. Trying to keep in the storm, so. But yes, I prefer the Helios. The Helios is a good one. Like I said, the Astero, I think, gives you a lot more throughput for the scanning, but it requires a lot more skills. So, yeah. Oh, Billy. Oh, Billy. But, yeah. Somebody mentioned the Commodore 64. Commodore 64 was my first computer. I had a tape drive. A tape drive with my Commodore 64. So that probably shows from the gray hair. So, but yes. And I was super, super stoked about my tape drive that took like an hour to load my little, it wasn't even DOS back then. It was something else, but yeah. And expensive, yeah. Yeah. Best computer for the buck. It was best computer for the buck. I loved it. I remember when we upgraded to the floppy drive, that was when we thought we were really hot crap, you know? Tandy 1000. That's another good one. That's another good one. Yeah, that's another good one. All right, let's see what we got. Yep. Trash 181. Yep. CMSS Bad Bunny, good to see ya. Then you learn how to cut the slot in the side of the floppy. Yep, so then you got it. It was double-sided at that point. Yeah, we did that. That company made a lot of money selling those little cutters when you could just use a pair of scissors. I remember buying the special cutter so it would cut it just right. When you cut it with the scissors, you were never sure if it was going to read it right or not. Amiga was another good one. Yep. The hole punch, yep. Yeah, sometimes the hole punch didn't actually run it right. It didn't actually do it right. And so it didn't quite factor in right. But yeah. It was funny. Good old days. The good old days. I ended up owning a Model 2 business machine. 8-inch floppy. There you go. And a drill bit for the 3.5. Yep. Yeah, the good old days when life was simple. Now we've got more computing power in our phones than we had in those Commodores or the Amigas or any of those. Blue Gray, what's up, or Blue Gray? Booga, what's up? Blue Gray's been here a while. If you guys aren't following Booga, give him a follow. Steve just raided me, so I got way more people. I can't keep up with the chat, so. It's not all for right. You have more computing power and a cable now. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing because yeah, what we got by with way back then is amazing that that we even survived, but we were happy with it. Now we're not happy with what we have in the cable, which is ridiculous. All right, quit moving. Why are you moving? All right. Yeah, I came in with the raid. Okay, cool, cool, cool. No worries. I understand. Did you think you can buy a new Commodore 64 now? Oh shit, I didn't know that. I might do that just for the hell of it. I kind of like all those retro type things. I bought all the old Fallout games. You guys remember the old Fallout games and all the ones that I used to play on my Commodore 64. I bought them. Now they have them on Steam. What happened? It's going to disappear. Go ahead and disappear for me. Come on. Yep. Fallout Season 2, Episode 1 dropped. I did see that. It hasn't dropped for me here in the Philippines yet, but I'm expecting it here probably today or tomorrow. We're always like a day or two behind, unfortunately. Though I am using a VPN to act like I'm in America, it goes by American time, so it's Friday here in the Philippines, but it's still Thursday where you guys are at. So yeah, so it probably did just drop. So yeah. Kickin', I'll have to check that one out. Thanks for that. I can't believe they're selling them. That's awesome. Yeah, I want to wait. Kenobi, I'm with you. Kenoki, I'm with you. I want to wait for the whole season. I can't stand watching them and then trying to remember. What did I watch last week? My wife and I watch a lot of TV. She's a TV buff, and she likes all the crime dramas. And I can't stand trying to figure out what was last week. Where are we at? So yeah, I'm the same way. But I know Vince is also one. He's a big one for wanting to see it so he can talk about it each week, So Billy is obviously not in the storm, which I should have checked, but that's all right. Hindsight's always 20/20, right? Actually, it is in the storm. So I'm actually looking for a wormhole system. So I lived in a wormhole system for about 20 years ago. I lived in a wormhole system, and so I still have a bunch of PI in that wormhole system, and so I am searching for a wormhole system so I can get my PI out of it because it's been accumulating for the last 20 years and so 10 years. So yeah. I prefer one episode a week. Gives me time to discuss it with friends. There you go. Remember the detail about me and not remember the show. There you go. Yeah, exactly. Millen Arc Trooper, good to see you, buddy. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So yeah, so as long as they've got a day on them or close to a day on them, I'll go in and see if it's the wormhole I'm looking for. But been testing the new ships. There you go. Actually, we're going to be giving away like 10 Outriders next week. So I got them in the oven. They should be finishing up here. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so they're going to finish up here in 17 hours. So they'll finish up after I'm done streaming for the week. But we'll give them away next week. So yeah, definitely come back next week. We're going to give away a bunch of Outriders. So, but actually, this is a high-sec wormhole. Took me to high-sec. Took me to high-sec. Billy, I think it was, right? I mark them just in case I come across them again. I have them set to expire in 2 days, so that way they don't. But yeah, this is not a winter system, so no reason to stay here. So we'll go back. But I sold the Odysseus I won from you to my Corp CEO. There you go. There you go. Yeah. Vince won one of the Odysseus's I gave away. The other one went, I think, to Scimitar. And so, yeah, that was one we actually built. We built an Odysseus and gave that away. Special thank to Jackson Sinclair. Jackson Sinclair gave us the BPC that we built, and he also gave us the fully built one. So, yeah, special thanks to Jackson for those. But, yeah, we were able to give those away, so... anything that gets donated here, I give away. So, yeah. So, not a problem. Unless you specifically say you want it for me, I give it away. So, I'm having fun finding the system bonuses. There you go. That's all day long. You can do 24 hours now. Yeah. Okax, good to see ya. Thanks for first time chat. If you go to Maniac, you get a plus 12 armor and
Thank
shield
you.
bonus. That's pretty good. Admiral Iceman, thanks for the follow. Don't forget to make templates of your PI setups to set them back up easy on new planets. Yeah, I never really got into the whole template thing because I set up so many that I just kind of, it's always easier. They're never quite the same. And so, yeah, so it's kind of been weird that way. So let's see what this one is. This one's less than a day, so I can safely go through and not get stuck. Went into Colser and got all the relay sites. Good job, good job. But yeah, EveTare, always good to see ya. Always good to see ya. But yeah, I never got into the templates. I don't know why. Because they're always a little bit different. And so every single planet I've set up has always been a little bit different based on what's on it and what's available. So this one's another high sec one. Wow. This one takes us over to Hematter. So yeah, another high sec one. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. 2 high sec wormholes, 2 high sec shortcuts in the same system. So Billy has 2 high sec shortcuts. That's a rarity. That's a rarity. Alright. But it's not a Winter Nexus system, so we may as well go back. Seymour, good to see ya. Good to see ya. Good to see ya, Seymour. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys. I'm having trouble keeping up with the chat. Yeah, special thanks to Kickin for all the gift subs. Kickin, you're awesome, buddy. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. All right, so we don't have any sites here. And it's not regenerating them fast enough. So let's see what's next. Let's see what's next. So there's a low sec. I don't want to go to low sec. Let's go back to Ufine. We haven't been back to Ufine in a while. There might be some new sites in Ufine, so. But yeah, Kickin, thanks for the gift subs. Appreciate you, buddy. I'm really wondering when you're going to come visit me here in the Philippines. You know, now that I've made it super expensive, I'll see if I can help you out with that. Because, yeah, I really wish I had gotten to see you when I was there in Kansas City. That would have worked out a lot better. When Jackson sets a day, that's it. I have you and Jackson come at the same time. That's why I got 2 guest rooms. That's why I got 2 guest rooms, so I can cover all you guys. So we're thinking about putting bunk beds into one so we can actually get them in there. Yeah, so. And we can have 3 people at one time. So yeah, everybody's going to be welcome. Everybody's going to be welcome. So appreciate that. There is a new site here. Let me see if I can scan her down. See if I'm quick enough. I worked Ufine at the very beginning of the stream, and I had no competition. So but I'm sure I've got a little bit more in here now. So Philippine tours with Bondar JR. There you go. There you go. There you go. Well, we're just south of Manila here. We're about 2.5 hours out of Manila. And so, yeah, so it's really close for you to be able to see that stuff. Not a whole lot of, what am I going to say? Not a whole lot of tourist attractions here in San Juan, Batangas. But we are close enough to Manila to still be able to get back there and do a lot of the stuff. So yeah. And Manila, of course, is where the main airport is. So it'd be real easy for me to pick you up. So. But yeah, the house is currently being built. We're on day 19 of the house build, and they are starting to form walls. So yeah, they are making huge progress. Huge progress. So yeah, they said 6 months to build it, but I think they're going to be done early because they are making great progress. We'll have to see if they keep up on this. They are actually planning after the holidays on January 2nd. After the holidays, they're going to bring in about 20 people, 20 workers. So supposedly that's going to make it go even faster, but so we'll have to see. But yeah. And so yeah, if you guys want to check those out, I have links in the Discord to all of those videos, as well as my YouTube channel, which is also named Bondar JR. All my streaming videos are out there, but there's also a playlist for the house build, so you can check that out. Yeah, our engineer is really good, and actually the engineer, I can't say enough. Engineer and the foreman is really making sure they're always working, which is great. So, but they're making great progress, great progress. House has 34 or 35 columns. I'm going to start saying 35 because that's higher. And they've already got 25 up and poured when I was there 2 days ago. So I'm going to go back today and see what they've got now. But they probably got most of the others up. And they're flying. And then they're backfilling. And the floor is elevated above the road about 50 centimeters. So it's built up quite a bit. And so... But the big thing is, in the last video, they dug my pool, and so super excited about that. Told the wife if we were gonna live here in the Philippines, I had to have a pool, and so they dug the pool, which I was surprised. I was not expecting it this early. So still a long way to go for it, but still good. It's good to see it finally taking shape. So. But yeah, I'm super pleased. This is the second. We had another architect that we had that actually did not do a very good job for us, and we found out that the house was actually not stable, not sound. So we had to have it redesigned with this guy, and this was actually the only guy who was honest enough to tell us that there was a problem with the design. Everybody else gave us estimates, even though the design was bad. They still gave us estimates. And it was like, that doesn't make any sense. So yeah, so really hard here to, especially as a foreigner, to find and get somebody good that's honest. And so we're really pleased that we lucked out. And there's a guy who warped in right after I got it. Sorry, buddy. Sorry. Sorry. I must have scanned a little bit faster than him. So we're up to 71 million for the day. So, but yeah, last time I was in the Philippines, it was covered in volcanic ash. We owned another property which we recently sold. It was in Cavite, which is just outside of Manila, and there's a volcano there, and it had gone off, and it actually did cover our property in volcanic ash, and it was interesting because it actually raised the price of the property because of that. So that was kind of nice. But yeah, we bought it 10 plus years ago, and sold it for a nice profit. So it was actually pretty good. But it was a small property. Wasn't really as we wanted to build on something bigger. And so yeah, the property that we have that we're building on is much bigger. So I got the other side in Eufine. Okay, cool. By destiny. I'll still scan it down just so I get the experience, right? That wasn't you that... Nah, that wasn't you. It would have showed me if it was you. Forevermore. But yeah, I was a little upset. We got a little lowballed on the price. One of the richer guys here in the Philippines actually bought the property from us, and he lowballed us on it, so... But, we still made a good profit on it, so I can't complain. But it was worth a lot more than we sold it for, so, but it did allow us, I think it covered a third of our house build with the land sale, so, yeah, so, can't beat that. But yeah. Good job on your word. I forgot all about it, Xurdaben. So yeah, so we'll do a giveaway here. Let's give it about 15 minutes. Let's wait till the ads are over. And we'll do a giveaway. We got 25 million. I think I might have a couple skins. Got a couple frigates, nothing else. Don't have much to give away, but I gave away just about everything that's all been done. But thanks, Xurdaben. Appreciate it. So yeah, we'll give away 25 mil. We'll do a marbles race. So let me get the marbles started. I want to see if I can get this site. Actually, Al said he was getting it. I thought you were getting this one, Al. Insidious Sainthood. Good to see ya. Good to see ya. I'll cover your back. Oop, let me collect my probes. I don't see you. You're not in Eufine. Maybe it's one of your alts. Yep, there you are. There you are. There you are. And the guy who jumped in on me before was there too. Did you get it, or did he try and steal it from you? Say you'll love me for the rest. Got another love and I don't. He beat you. Oh, crap. Yeah, he's the one that jumped in on me on the other one, so I need to get one of those keys so I can actually, double it up, but all right, let's warp out here and we'll just sit. But yeah, that sucks. Sorry about that, buddy. So yeah, let me get Marble started and we'll do a giveaway. We'll do a giveaway. I got 25 mil from the word ban, and we'll see what else we can find. I got some frigates. I beat him on the other one. Oh, did you beat him on the... So you have one of the keys? I need to get one of those keys. So is it reusable, or does it get used up every time you do it?
Did I jump scare you? Yeah, I bet I did.
That's probably Spectre Void. Yeah, hold on. We'll do it after the ads. The ads are getting ready to start, Millen Arc Trooper, so we'll do it after the ads. Don't want to catch you guys. Unfortunately, every time I dismiss them, they don't actually dismiss. It's really kind of a pain. So yeah, we'll do it. But yeah, Spectre Void's always trying to catch me with the jump scare. So, Spectre Void, let me get you a shout out. I got a bunch of people in here thanks to StevesHaven, so appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys. The data one only unlocks a new item. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it unlocks a new relay. And so, but I wasn't sure if the key was reusable, so Ice blocks are done with another key for new loot. Yeah. Yeah, the data is different than the ice, and I think there's also a different one for combat sites too. But yeah. Sorry, ads are getting ready to start. We'll wait till after the ads and then we'll go ahead and do it. Once the ads finally get started, they're taking their good old time. Taking their good old time. I did not check out this wormhole. I'm going to go check out this wormhole while the ads are running.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, ads are gone now. Okay, cool. Well, I guess I should probably minimize this so I can see. Yeah, we're not gonna do the play yet until after the ads, Aphorus. Sorry, you probably can't hear me because of the ads, so yeah. Alright, this is not the wormhole I'm looking for, so. So as soon as the ads are done, we'll do the giveaway. So appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate you guys being here.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, it won't let me because I'm not in the station. $35 seconds. 35 seconds. Love that coffee. Love that coffee. Yeah, it's still starting up, ChemFinn. Hold on. Go ahead. Explanation point play now. Welcome back from the ads. Explanation point play. Get you in there. Get you in there. ChemFinn, you're going to have to do it again. Aphorus, you're going to have to do it again. Sorry. Doesn't put you guys in there until you actually do. There's Aphorus is in there. I don't see ChemFinn yet. Hopefully ChemFinn didn't wander away. There you are. Good job. Good job. So yeah, explanation point play. We'll do 25 mil and I'll give away a frigate. So we'll do first and whoever finishes last. You got to finish, but whoever finishes last. I don't have a whole lot of prizes left, so sorry about that. So X Gamer Forever, good to see ya. 7-0, good to see ya. And no, Dusty Streets, good to see ya. Sorry, I missed a chat up there. Hold on. What are you asking about the giveaway? What are you asking about the giveaway? I don't know what you're asking, Dead Note. How many hours of gameplay does your Eve account have? So my
Thank you.
it's a 20-year-old, 22-year-old account. Nasty, airy. Thanks for the follow. I'm gonna leave it at that. Dead Save,
Thank
good to see
you.
you. Ken Park Jr., thanks for the follow. Pretty sure you followed me before. But yeah, explanation point play.
Thank you.
Trendy one, thanks for the follow. But yeah, sorry, Dead
Thank
Note. I
you.
wasn't sure what you were saying there. Anything that is donated to the stream, I give away. So yeah, anything that's donated, I give
Thank
away.
you.
So Dead Save. And I usually do it through marbles, so. But yeah, I don't have a whole lot of donations at the moment for that stuff. So yeah, so I've got 25 mil is what the word ban. I was successful with the word ban. So if I'm successful, I give away 25 mil. If I fail, we give away 50 mil. And so Lily Bits, good to see you. And so yeah, so we'll do 25 mil and we'll do a frigate. I've got a bunch of frigates, so I'll let you do your choice of frigate. And almonxy sent some ISK. All right, so we'll add some ISK. I didn't see that, almonxy. Sorry, buddy. It did not pop up that I had one. That's all right. Yeah, it doesn't show I have any contracts. Yeah, I don't have any contracts. Did you send it to me, Al? Oh, sorry. You don't send IS through contracts. Never mind. Sorry. Sorry. That's what I get. That's what I get for paying attention. This is what. Yeah, so there's another 50K. So yes, or 50 million. So yeah, we'll give away 50 million. We'll give away 20 million. So we'll do top two, bottom one. Top two, bottom one. Can you view all name on the game? So yes, they're all in there. Yeah, so they're all in there. Oh, I don't know how to make them show up there. They'll show up once the race starts, but you can see them there. I did the alt, so they're all there. So yeah. Right now we're up to 38. 38. So we got a bunch of people in there, so I was going to let it go a little further. But yeah, I'm not sure how to set it to show the name. So Caldari. I think I got you in as a VIP, Caldari. Maybe I don't. There, you're a VIP now. You can do it. I'm pretty sure you're in there. Pretty sure you're in there, Dead Note. Yeah, you're right there. Dead Note. Dead Note, right there. Yeah, if you hit explanation point play, it's really good about that. It's got you in there. So let me get me some distance here so we can actually see. We got a lot of people. So explanation point play goes to the grid. Alazas. Thanks for being here. I didn't mean for it to be a link. You're all good, Caldari Prime. Every time I see Lily Bits, I see a Black Eyes Peas song in my head. Wreckin' Rooney, good to see ya. Wreckin' Rooney. No worries, Dead Note. You're good. You're good. Caffeine Kid. I like that one. Goes to the grid. Good to see you guys. All right. So we've got 44. 44. So. Oop. All right. I got it set for a 30-second countdown. So last call, explanation point play. sethgstewart coming in. Rate man coming in at the end. I want to see if we can get to 50. Let's see if we can get to 50. We got 300 people in the stream. Surely we can get 50 people in the race. Come on. We only need 4 more. Explanation point play. Yeah, it only shows 300 on my side. So there's Spectre Void, Crooked Hillary. Love the name. Love the name. Two more. Come on, two more. Let's make 50. Let's make 50. Too many explanation marks. Yeah. Jackson, X-Gamer, 49. Jackson's in. Saviek. Saviek was already there. Millant's already there. Yeah, one more. One more. One more. All right. That's all right. That's all right. Let's go ahead. 30 seconds. Somebody will always zip in right at the end. 30 seconds start. Let me get myself positioned here so I can see. Countdown. 19 seconds. Nosy jumps in at the end. Makes it 50. Way to go, Nosy. Way to go, Nosy. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Good to see you. 10 seconds. Here we go. Here we go. Good luck, everybody. And they're off. EveTare seems like he got a head start somehow. I don't know what's going on there, but yes. Oh, there's a blow up there. But that actually saw Crickson way ahead. Way ahead. Way ahead. He's got a huge lead. Huge lead. Now let's see if he can keep it. Malachi's catching up. Malachi's catching up. Crickson got blown up, and at least he cleared the path. Rape Man shot up, but Malachi's back in first. Almonxy's trying to take him, but he's not able to. Not able to. Catching on the sweeper, swiper, no sweeping, right? Malachi, Almonxy. Wreck and Rooney are all like neck and neck. Caffeine Kid's trying to get in the front. Who comes out first? Malachi's still in the lead, but barely, barely. Ernest is right behind him. X-Gamer's right behind them. Wreck and Rooney, Almonxy, Caffeine Kid. There's another barrel up here. Ernest is going to miss the barrel. Good job, Ernest. Ernest has got a pretty good lead. Malachi's in second. X-Gamer's in third. Another barrel, another barrel. Oh, he's missing the barrels. He's doing a great job missing the barrels, but he got caught on the sweeper. X-Gamer got caught on the sweeper. Malachi's back in the lead. Followed by Ernest. Couple people blown up there by the thing. Ernest is trying to move in. 7-0 moves into the lead. 7-0, don't hit the barrel, don't hit the barrel. Malachi caught that barrel. Looks like 7-0. 7-0 got overshot. So yeah, if you get overshot, you got to go through the hoop, I guess. Wow, that sucks. Man, beautiful race until right at the end. I guess you got to go through the loop. Everybody's dying. Well, that doesn't do anything. Oh, no, it's showing that they're finishing. All right. So Nosy's got 1. TBI's got 2. Millenarch Troopers got 3. Yankee Slave 4. EveTare 5. Admiral Iceman 6. Booga 7. Pi is 8. Ghost of the Grid is 9. And there you go. So Nosy. He shoots, he scores. He scores. So Nosy, TBI, and then the last finisher was Ghost of the Grid. All right. So Nosy, I got 50 million, I got 25 million, or I've got a sorted frigate. So your choice, Nosy. Nosy, you're up. Good amount of DNFs and kills. Yeah, there were a lot of kills there at the end. So close to the board. 25 mil it is. You don't want the 50 mil? Gonna leave the 50 mil for someone else? All right. 25 mil it is. All right. Thanks for that. Appreciate it. 25 mil for Nosy. All right, TBI, you're next. 50 mil or an assorted frigate? And you already gave me your TBI, your bunny rope. There you go. Gotcha. So let me know what you want, TBI. TBI, 50 million or frigate. I got a bunch of frigates. If you want the frigate, I'll show you what I got. So thanks, Nosy. Appreciate you. Congratulations. 50 mil it is. 50 mil it is. TBI or bunny rope.
Thank you.
No results. Maybe it's TBL. Is it TBL? No. TBI, your bunny wrote. Yeah, it's not finding it. Takomi, thanks for the follows. Savoir Games, thanks for the follow. I'm gonna try TBI. See what we can find. Yeah, that's gonna be too much. Yeah, that's what I put in. So is it TBI? TBI or TBL?
Thank you.
Looks like an I. Your. Is it all one word, or because maybe I'm putting a space in there? Because it's actually putting it on a different line, so maybe that's the problem. Let's try that one. Nope, doesn't find that one either. You can copy paste. Yeah, unfortunately, when I copy paste, it puts the quote marks in there. But we could try that. And I don't know that Eve will let me paste it. Yeah, Eve doesn't let me paste it. Now there it goes. Yeah, that's what I put. That's what I typed earlier. There it is. I don't know why when I typed it. All right, no worries. I'm going to add you as a contact so I have you. We don't have to go through that again, but... All right. 50 million. Congratulations. All right. And that leaves... Bum, 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 bum. Goes to the grid. Goes to the grid. You get your pick of a frigate. So, let me get my frigates up. All right. So, yes. So, the Astero's not in there. The Dramiel's not in there. But I do still have a Metamorphosis. Salt frigates are not in there. Expeditions aren't in there. I got Tristan, Punisher, Venture, Condor, Rifter, Merlin, Kestrel, Griffin, Imaginate, Executioner, or Bantam. So, surprise me. Surprise me. I think I got the most Merlin, so I'll give you a Merlin. There you go. So, yeah. So, let me get your IGN, please. Let me get your IGN. Akara66, good to see you. Sorry, I don't understand that one, but... And thanks for the copy-paste, TBI. Yeah, it goes to the grid. Let me get your IGN, your in-game name. So, Kaiser Inton. There you go. There you go. Yeah, if you do exclamation point IGN, it'll actually assign it in there. And then that'll work for all the Eve streamers. But then you'll just have to do exclamation point IGN, and it will show up on their stream as well. So I'm going to separate this, split. All right, so there you go. Enjoy. Enjoy. Appreciate you guys. Thanks again for the marbles. Always fun. Sorry it had a little bit of a twist there at the end. Didn't realize that one, but... So there you go. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, so if you do exclamation point IGN space and then type in Kaiser Itenen, that'll actually assign it. And then the next time you'll just do exclamation point IGN. So yeah, that shows mine, which is where all the donations go. And if you want to assign it, you do space and tape it. And actually, since it's already assigned, I don't know if it's going to assign it again. So there you go. There you go. You got it. Excellent. Excellent. So yeah, appreciate you guys. Thanks for that. We still got about a half an hour left. So let's see if we can find any more sites. Now we seem like we got a lot of competition out here now. So. That guy smells funny. There you go. Yeah, that guy smells funny. That's part of that flying around in your capsule all the time. Makes you kind of smell funny. So, yeah. Kind of surprised CCP hasn't come up with like air fresheners or something as one of the giveaways, you know? Help out with that, what's that new full body deodorant thing they've been pushing? Yeah. For the capsuleer in you that can't get out of his ship, you know? Since they don't let us walk around stations anymore, so. A jump clone to smell fresh. There you go. There you go. You know, I should have done since I mod for RAF. I'm just a special man. You're good. You're good. It took me a long time to actually get that control set up. So, yeah, so I'm pretty proud of that. That was one of the first things I had done. One of my... So, yeah. It's really not that hard, but it's amazing how difficult I made it. So, yeah. But, yeah, then when I realized everybody else used it, it worked out really well. So... But yeah, appreciate the donation. Special thanks to almonxy for donating some cash for that giveaway. Appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate you. Listen, if you're an old character, do you think they changed the fluid or is mine almost 2 decades old? Yeah, I wonder that. Yeah, because mine would be 2 decades old too. So I'm 22. 22 year. I started 5 months after Eve went live with this character. And, yeah, that would be getting old. I can't imagine. I think the jump clone thing is kind of what G squared said. It's probably, I think the jump clone is how you refresh that. So, all right, let's see if we can get this guy. Let's see if we can get this guy.
Warp drive active.
We'll see. A lot of competition here now, so we'll see. Bum, 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 bum. Ah, first one. Oh, man. Man, it is got, I got some severe delay. There she is. Not bad, 3 million. I can live with that. Actually, probably need to dock and dump some of this because it's weighing me down. Scan this other one. See, oh, we got 2 more that showed up. She got what she wants. My God, why can't I warp to 0? I remember yelling that all the time. Yes, yes. The good old days. Yes. Right. Why do I have to spend the 10 minutes to fly the rest of the way to
Thank
the
you.
station? This is stupid. Yeah. Yeah, the good old days. The good old days. BL8081, thanks for the follow. Appreciate ya. Yep, been there, done that. Been there, done that. That's a blast from the past. Why can't I warp all the way? Why do I gotta, yeah. It kind of made, when they finally took that out, they finally let us warp to 0. It really made autopilot obsolete. Because it was like, it will depend if you have been potted. There you go. There you go. That is true. That is true. There's another one. Man, you fiend's been good to us tonight. You fiend's been good to us tonight. Oop. We would need to know if you are in the original clone or not. Yeah, probably not. I don't know. Unless you've started recently, you're probably not in your original clone. So, or you've been gone a very long time. But yeah. Yeah. I have one of my frozen bodies. I do too. I do too. Yeah. I got one of mine as well. So yeah, there that's like a keepsake from the way back. From the way back.
Warp drive active.
I still have a moose bank and iron bank frozen corpse and some. Yeah, I've got several others. I think one of the few kills that I got, I have one of their frozen corpses from way back. So yeah. He's heart and soul. Void, you're killing me. Spectre Void, you're killing me, man. That one got me yesterday. That one got me good yesterday. I got to give him credit for that one. That one really got me good yesterday. And the jump scare. He got me several times with the jump scare yesterday, too. But yeah. There she is. Come on. Don't cut out halfway. Ah. 3 million on that one. Not bad. Alright. She made me nervous.
Warp drive active.
Took me in and gave me breakfast. Yeah, dang it, CCP. Stop tempting me with Plex packs. Yeah, exactly. You got me. Yeah, so got you, Caldari? Yeah, he got me a couple times yesterday. Too damn much. He won't let me look at them either. Yeah. Yeah, I was confused there for a moment. I was like, what? Yeah, he got me with the one yesterday. Really got me. And I was looking around like, the only person who calls me on Discord is my brother, and it blatantly shows I'm streaming, so it's like, surely he's not that dumb, you know? I have a brother, very intelligent guy, no common sense. So yeah, we've talked about that, and so yeah, so I was thinking, nah, even he wouldn't fall for that one, but yeah, but he got me good. He got me good. And then the jump scare, he got me a couple times yesterday with the jump scare, so. Clear to Mattins, good job. Yeah, Fiend, they keep repopping here in Fiend, so. Got 2 today. Mission accomplished. There you go. There you go. I have both. I was used to roll with them back in the day. They had HR and head of logistics. There you go. There you go. Yeah, you definitely got to keep those frozen bodies. Those are kind of keepsakes. Heapsakes. I actually have like Christmas, things from, back in 2009, 2008. So Plex and Omega sale going on right now, Bond, by the way. Yeah, I've been contemplating on buying another year. I'm really curious. This whole sale thing has got me a little nixed, because I'm like, if I buy another year, then guaranteed they'll sell it to some crap company, and I won't want to play another year or another 2 years. So keep them with my piece of Steve. There you go. But yeah, I've already got a year so far, Jackson, thanks to you. And but I was thinking about doing another year. I probably will. That'll be my Christmas gift to myself. That'll be my Christmas gift to myself. But yeah. But yeah, only do it on the Plex when they have the Plex sale. So I do the Plex sale through Marquee Dragon, get them at a huge discount, and then use the Plex sale on the new Eden store to take the Plex I bought from Marquee Dragon and use them to buy the Omega time. And so, gotta love the to me from me gift. Yeah. It's my wife and I, like I said, we've been married. We're going on 20 years. I think we're approaching 19 now, so I count it as 20. But yeah, we've gotten to, you know what? It's just easier if you just buy your own gift and say it came from me. So I'm Omega till March 2027. There you go. And I think Jackson is actually Omega till sometime in the 2030s, to be honest. So I don't know why he's looking at the Plex sale, but he used Plex for a lot of stuff. So yeah. But yeah, thanks to him, I actually took that deal. I used to pay monthly. I used to do mine monthly, and man, I think I got both of my accounts Omega'd for less than what it cost me for one account for 8 months. So yeah, so it was huge discount. Huge discount. So yeah, so definitely take advantage of that. 2033 actually. There you go. 2033. Yeah. So there's a lot to be said for that. I think I overshot this one, so I'm gonna wait till I make the turn. All right, I'm good. Otherwise, I take the wide orbit and I end up outside the range, and then it starts screwing with me. Alright. Nobody there. Not 5 blocks over there. There she is. Alright, so there's only 600,000, so not a good one, but that's alright. They can't all be winners. They can't all be perfect. Scan down another one. Actually, I think I'm till May. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, Jackson's the one who taught me that trick. So, yeah, special thanks to him for that. Because, man, that saved me a ton of money. Like I said, I was paying my subscription monthly. And, man, talk about throwing money away. Woo. For those of you who watch the stream regularly, you know I'm as cheap as they come. So, and probably why I retired to the Philippines. Because the cost of living here is much less. But yeah, it saved me a ton of money. So now, 2034. You're the one keeping CCP in business, Jackson. You know that, right? You're the reason it's actually profitable enough to sell. All right? Because that's what they're showing people. Look, we got people subbed out for 10 plus years. That's how popular this game is. You'd be an idiot not to buy it. They can't all be first round draft picks. Yep. Yeah. Exactly.
Thank you.
Can't all be first round draft picks. That's it. Banta Watt Twitch, thanks for the follow. Fanat Watt Twitch, sorry. Jackson is going to do a pump and dump in 2033. There you go. There you go. Yeah. He's a lifer. Yeah, he's a lifer. At this point, Jackson, BTSQ Kickin should team up and buy CCP already. I know. It's like they pretty much already invested at this point. You buy 10 years worth of, subscription. Good God. I mean, yeah, that's my problem is I know as soon as I do something like that, the very next year, they'll do something super stupid that'll make everybody leave. And we don't want that. Yeah, we don't want that. Oh, I think they could do a lot worse. That's one of the reasons I've been hanging on and not buying another year's worth is because I'm really afraid of who they're going to sell it to. Because there's probably some millennial that's like, oh, I got a lot of money I don't know what to do with that I inherited from my father. Let me see what I can do. I can run a game. Yeah, sure. And that'll be the end of Eve as we know it. The beginning of the end. Is there a hype train Bitcoin yet? Yeah, exactly. Should be. All right, there's another one. Let me go get this one. Man, Fiend is really doing okay by me today. There's not many people here, so there are millennials that are in their 40s, right? Yeah. Gen Z is probably what I should be saying, Vince. You're absolutely right. If I had a nickel. I can't keep up with all the generational names. So yeah. So Gen Z. Back in my day. Yeah, when I used to walk uphill both ways to school through the snow.
Thank you.
Yep. Sat Gal, thanks for the follow. Oh, what happened? Oh, somebody already looted it, I guess. So he must already be done. Okay. And why are you saying no special tools? Has it already been hacked? Is that what it is? I'm 41 and considered a millennial. Yeah. $36 and considered over the third hill. Yeah. 2 years Omega. 6,600 plex. Wow. Yeah, it's not letting me hack this one. So I'm assuming somebody already hacked it, but it's not letting me access it either, so I don't understand. I don't want to hang out till the defenses show up. Did it disappear off the thing? That's what we'll see. Yes, it did disappear. So yeah, so somebody must have beat me to it. And they were already gone before I got here, so that they were really good. They were really good. I didn't even see them. So yeah. That's like a buy 1 year, get one free. There you go. Birthday drinks on the 20th. There you go. Shows no content, someone got it. Yeah, it wouldn't even let me open it. So, but it said I couldn't scan it either. It didn't say it had already been hacked, but so yeah. Thanks for that, your Lord Raw. Appreciate it. Love the name. All right. Let's pick up our probes. All right, we're going to have to start thinking about who we're going to raid out to. But let's see what else we got here. Let's see if we can find another one. Let's go to Laren Bumps. Laren Bumps is busy.
Drive active.
I was thinking they usually look different when I first warp in, and that one looked a little different, but yeah, that guy was really good because they got in and got out before I even got there. So normally once they hack it, it actually disappears off the list. So, and I can't warp to it, so I must have just got to the warp point. Bad timing. All right, I got a couple here. Oop, that one's gone. So since that one just disappeared, let's start at the top. Ah, crap. Come on. CC, please, at least let us kick in the kickstand while we warp. Yeah, there you go. I don't know if it's the event or what, but normally Fridays there's not a whole lot of Eve streamers that are streaming, so it was good. I was really surprised to see Steve on, so. But yeah, maybe it's because of the thing. You know why the Amicus has a kickstand? It's a crutch because its balls are so big. I love it, Caldari. I love it. I may use that one. I may use that one. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. I had never heard that one before. That is awesome. Comrade, good to see ya. Guess that's why they're up high. Yeah, yeah. They got a lot of room. I'm going to stream, but not for 20 minutes. Got to have dinner. All right, well, if you want, I'll wait, and then I'll send them over your way. If you want. I could kill another 20 minutes. That works. You sure? Chilled the gaming. Dad Gaming is online. All right, I can do him. I've never heard of him, but yeah. Whoever we bless with these guys is going to be blessed, so I appreciate it.
You're awesome!
Spectre Void, thanks for the gift sub. All right, let me see if I can get this one. Somebody's probably already at this one, but let's try.
Warp drive active.
Thanks, Sub Daddy. Yeah. I'd be shocked if somebody wasn't already here. There's a lot of people in this system. Yeah, 2 people already here. Yeah, so that's what it is. They do show up that way. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. All right, they're good. Talk about the reasons why you and I fight.
Warp drive active.
All right, that's it for that one. Yeah, let's go back to you, Ping. Subtamber. Subtamber. Yankee Slave, good to see you, buddy. Subtamber. 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 That's awesome.
Active.
Yeah, I haven't even looked at who's out here, so I'm going to go ahead and look quick. But he said Chill Dad Gaming. I love the name. That sounds like one. Definitely can do him. Definitely can do him. Zero's out there, but he's not doing it. Yeah, so Chill Dad Gaming. He's got a bunch of people already, though. It's Goonies out there. He's pretty good. There's this Bondar JR guy. I don't know who that is, but man, he looks like a weirdo. He looks like a weirdo. Yeah, nothing new here in Ufine, but it was worth it. So yeah, Kaldar, you call it. If you want me to wait, I can wait on you, or I can send him to Chill Dad or the other one, weirdo. Raid the Noobish. Yeah. He cool, though. Yeah. So, yeah, it's Goonies out there. He's only got 13 people, it looks like. Yeah, 16 people. New Bro, Chill Dad Gaming. He's got 123. But we could always raid him, add to it. Let him pass him on to somebody else. I've never raided him, so yeah, let me raid him. I've raided It's Goonie earlier this week. Let me raid Chill Dad Gaming. He wants me to... Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're always good at that. You're always good at that. Yeah, you're always good at that. You're always good at that. But yeah, let me go ahead. I'm going to raid out. Sorry, Yankee. I'm going to go ahead and raid out. But yeah, thanks for watching. My last stream of the week. I'll be back Sunday night. U.S. time, or Monday morning here in the Philippines, or Europeans. So appreciate you, G Squared. Thanks again. I'm going to raid Chill Dad Gaming. All right. Cool. But yeah, appreciate you guys. Actually, let me get out of this. Don't need that anymore. Let me dock up. Let me dock up. So yeah, we actually, I'm going to go out here and get the final total. So we made, looks like 250 points. We made as much as we made on all the mining sites before. So yeah, we did probably 3-4 days of mining and we got 250 points. And by 1 day of data sites, we got the same amount. So yeah, I'm about halfway. About halfway. So not bad. Not bad. Not bad. You guys as well. Appreciate you guys. Thanks again. I'm going to have a duck fart. So, Al, happy early birthday, buddy. Happy early birthday. And I'm going to see if I can find one of those duck farts. See if I can do that. But yes, we'll definitely do that in honor of your birthday. Al's birthday is here, I think, tomorrow. Tomorrow my time. Probably in 2 days your time. But yeah. Awesome sauce. So, yeah. He's going to be 27 again. But Wingdog, Dagger, Jackson, almonxy, appreciate you guys. Legomaniax, appreciate you. The raid's getting ready to go off. So you guys have a great one, and I will see you next week. Thanks again.